You keep scrolling because you're bored. But what if I told you the reason you can't stop isn't the algorithm? It's the void your quiet mind is screaming to fill. That itch to look away? It's not distraction. It's your soul begging you to finally see it. You've spent years thinking your silence was a flaw. That needing alone time meant you were broken. That feeling too much, seeing too deep, it was a weakness. But what if every moment you try to shrink yourself, you were erasing the one thing the world needs most? Today, we're not labeling you. We're unlocking you. And by the end of this, you'll never doubt why you were meant to stand apart. The first sign is that you don't hear conversations, you decode them. You've been in meetings, parties, coffee dates. Everyone's laughing, nodding, performing. But you're not listening to the words. You're tracking the pauses. The way someone's knuckles whiten around their cup when they say, "I'm fine." The split-second glance between two colleagues that says, "We both know this is a lie." Most people talk at life. You talk with it. While others hear noise, you hear the rhythm beneath it, the hidden pulse of truth. You don't need to read people. You resonate with them, like a tuning fork that vibrates when it recognizes its frequency. Think of the last time you knew someone was lying, before they even opened their mouth. How? Because your mind doesn't process words. It processes intent. Asterisk, and here's the twist. That skill isn't psychic. It's asterisk practice. You've been honing it since childhood, every time you had to navigate a world that didn't speak your language. You've been called too intense, overdramatic, too quiet. But those labels? They're the world's way of hiding from what you reveal. Your silence isn't empty, it's full, packed with data, patterns, and truths that would make most people flinch. The second sign you see is that solitude isn't your escape. It's your power source that you've heard it your whole life. Why are you always alone? Like solitude is a disease. But let's rewrite that script. When you retreat, you're not hiding. You're recharging. The world runs on adrenaline, endless stimuli, notifications, chatter. You run on depth. Imagine this. Every social interaction drains you like a battery losing charge. But alone, in your room, on a walk, even in the shower, you ignite. Ideas flood in. Clarity returns. You remember who you are beyond the roles you play. That's not introversion. That's self-preservation. What if I told you that every time you say, "I need space," you're not being rude. You're protecting your genius. That the world's obsession with constant connection is designed to drown out the quiet voices like yours? Test it. Next time you feel that urge to disappear, don't guilt trip yourself. Lean in. Watch what emerges when the noise stops. Your alone time isn't a weakness, it's where you build. Strategies unfold. Creativity blooms. You don't just think, you architect. While others numb their minds with scroll time, you're drafting blueprints for your life. The third sign is you feel other people's emotions like they're your own. You walk into a room and instantly feel heavy. Not because you're tired, because someone near you is crumbling inside. You can't explain it. There's no logical reason. But their anxiety? It's now yours. Their grief? It sits in your chest like a stone. This isn't empathy. It's empathic accuracy. You don't just care, you channel. Their pain becomes your pain. Their joy, your joy. It's why crowds exhaust you. It's why you avoid drama. Not because you're judgmental, because you absorb it like a sponge. Here's the secret no one tells you. Your sensitivity isn't a curse. It's a radar. It detects emotional landmines before anyone else steps on them. But here's the catch. You can't turn it off. So what do you do when the world's pain feels like yours? Simple. You learn to asterisk filter without numbing. You've been told to toughen up. But what if toughness is the opposite of what you need? Your gift is in your tenderness. It's why people confide in you. Why strangers cry in your presence. You don't fix them, you hold them. And in that holding, you heal yourself. The fourth sign is you see patterns where others see chaos. Life feels like a puzzle to most people. To you, it's a map. You notice how a friend's bad mood always follows a full moon, how a coworker's sarcasm spikes when they're insecure, how trends repeat in cycles, echoing history you've never studied. You don't believe in coincidence. You believe in synchronicity. The universe whispering, "Pay attention." That's your intuition at work, not magic, but mastery. Your brain is wired to connect dots across time, space, and emotion. What if I said your overthinking is actually forecasting? That every time you replay a conversation, you're not obsessing, you're simulating outcomes? Try this. Write down one random event that felt significant this week. In a month, revisit it. You'll see the thread. This is why you're drawn to philosophy, psychology, art. Not to impress, but to decode. You crave frameworks that explain the why behind the what. While others chase trends, you chase truth. The fifth sign is you understand you're an old soul trapped in a world that hates depth. You don't get memes. You don't get small talk. You don't get the obsession with living in the moment. Because your soul operates on a different timeline. You think in centuries, not seconds. You connect with ideas from ancient texts like they're old friends. When someone says, "You're too deep," they're not complimenting you. They're scared. Because depth exposes. It shows the cracks in their surface-level lives. You don't fit in this fast-paced, shallow culture because you were never meant to. You belong to a slower, wiser rhythm, one that values legacy over likes, meaning over momentum. Here's the hard truth. The world doesn't need more people who fit. It needs you, the one who remembers what others forgot. But here's the trap. If you keep shrinking your depth to make others comfortable, you'll erase your purpose. So stop apologizing for your wisdom. Start weaponizing it. You feel like a time traveler, an outsider looking in. But what if that's the point? You're here to remind, to reflect, to gently pull humanity back toward what matters. The sixth sign is you understand your energy is your currency, and you spend it wisely. You don't hate people. You hate drain. A 2-hour party leaves you wrecked, not because you're lazy, but because you just gave 2 hours of your life forced to noise. Meanwhile, one deep conversation leaves you buzzing for days. Your energy isn't infinite. It's sacred, and you've learned to guard it like gold. You say no to things that don't align. You exit conversations that feel like battles. You choose quality over quantity, always. What if I told you that every time you protect your energy, you're not being selfish, you're surviving? That the world's demand for your time is a theft of your power? Try this. For one day, track every interaction. Rate it. Did this fill or drain me? You'll see the pattern and who to cut loose. This isn't antisocial behavior. It's strategic living. You know your limits, and you respect them fiercely, because when your energy is intact, that's when you shine. The seventh sign is you lead without saying a word. You've never wanted to be the boss, but people still follow you. How? Because leadership isn't about titles, it's about vibration. You walk into a room and tension eases. People lean in when you speak, not because you're loud, but because your presence says, "I see you. I hold space for your truth." You lead with silence, with listening, with reflecting back what others can't voice. You don't need a megaphone. Your stillness is louder than their noise. Think of the quietest person you know who commands respect. What do they have in common with you? Now imagine a world where everyone led like that. No yelling, no posturing, just pure, unshakable presence. That's your superpower, and it's rare. You're the anchor in chaos, the calm in storms. And that's why, even when you feel invisible, you're indispensable. The eighth sign is you question everything, even yourself. You don't accept because. You need why. Why do I feel this? Why does this pattern repeat? Why do I crave meaning when others chase distraction? This isn't skepticism, it's soul searching. And here's the kicker. You question yourself hardest. Am I too much? Do I belong? Is my depth just a coping mechanism? But that self-inquiry isn't self-doubt. It's self-honesty. You're not looking for answers. You're digging for truth. What if your endless questions aren't a flaw? They're your compass. That every time you doubt, you're actually tuning into your deeper wisdom. Stop calling it overthinking. Start calling it alignment. This is how you grow, not by following paths, but by creating them. Your questions are the bricks of your destiny. The ninth sign is you noticed you've made peace with your shadow. You've faced the parts of yourself others hide. The anger, the shame, the fear. You didn't run. You sat with it, cried with it, asked it, "What do you need to teach me?" That's not self-help. That's shadow work. And it's transformed you. Now, when people call you calm or wise, they don't see the battles you fought in silence, the nights you spent unraveling trauma, the courage it took to love your flaws. Here's the lie you've believed, that your darkness disqualifies you. But what if it's actually your diplomacy? That the more you accept your own shadows, the better you understand everyone else's? Try this. Name one flaw you hate about yourself. Now ask, how can this protect me? You'll find purpose in the pain. Your shadow isn't your enemy, it's your mentor. And because of it, you radiate a peace that others crave. The 10th and final sign, you're here to transmute pain, not fix it. You don't solve problems, you alchemize them. When someone's hurting, you don't offer advice. You witness. You hold space for their pain to transform into wisdom. This isn't codependency, it's sacred service. You know that healing isn't about fixing, it's about feeling. And in that space, you find your purpose, to remind others they're not alone. What if your entire life is a message to the world? That sensitivity isn't weakness, it's the bridge between brokenness and wholeness. That every time you sit with someone's pain, you're not just helping them, you're healing the collective. You've carried this knowing for years, that you're different, too much, too deep. But today, you have proof. You're not broken. You're built for something rare. Intuitive introverts don't fit in this world because they're here to reshape height. And if you're still watching, ask yourself this. What if embracing your quiet power isn't just for you, but for everyone who needs to see what real depth looks like? They're waiting for you. The healers, the leaders, the ones brave enough to feel. Now, I need you to do one thing. In the comments, tell me the moment you first realized your intuition was different. Was it a gut feeling that saved you? A pattern you spotted no one else saw? Share it and debate. Is intuition a gift or a responsibility? If this resonated, hit share. Someone needs to hear they're not alone. Like, subscribe, because the world doesn't need more noise. It needs you.